Check it out. I got a new shaver on eBay for 30 bucks. I'm ready. Hello, my friends. I am sitting in my garage here in Boulder, Colorado. My bike is behind me, the Priority 600 ADX, and I leave very soon to ride the entire Great Divide mountain bike route, 3,000 miles from Jasper to the border of Mexico along the Continental Divide. And you might be thinking, well, haven't you already done most of this, Ryan? And the truth is, yes. So here's a little bit of history. In 2020, during the summer of the pandemic, I fulfilled a long-time dream of riding most of the divide. It was the pandemic, so I couldn't get into Canada. I started at the border of USA, Canada. You'll remember this video. I rode with John and Mira and Kevin and Dana, and I rode all the way to the border of Colorado and New Mexico. At the time, New Mexico had very strict COVID rules, so I didn't go into the state there. The next spring, May of 2021, I started where I left off and rode what I thought was gonna be the rest of the Great Divide route, but about 100 miles north of the Mexican border, I broke my belt. Damn it. I was a big dummy and did not have a spare belt, and I certainly learned a lesson. I always travel with a spare belt now. And then 2 summers ago, 2024, I attempted the Tour Divide race. And it was good until it wasn't. The weather was horrible for most of it. It was freezing cold and snowy and very wet. And then I developed insane saddle sores and was diagnosed with prostatitis. No bueno, this is not good. So I ended my race in Helena about 600 miles into the route.
Ooh, I'm walking a little funny and sitting a little funny.
This summer, I am going to attempt it again. I am riding, not racing. I'm going at my own pace. What I learned in the race is I don't necessarily like the pressure of go, 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 get more miles, get more miles. I want to be there to enjoy and smell the flowers and listen to the birds and film all the beautiful details and share them with you. And really, the main reason why I'm doing the Great Divide this summer is because well over a year ago, the Adventure Cycling Association, you probably know them, they have created all sorts of amazing bike routes all over the United States and a little bit in Canada. This is their 50th anniversary. Happy birthday, ACA. And they said, hey Ryan, will you ride the Great Divide on our behalf and show all the beauty? And it'll just be a big celebratory experience. And I said, that sounds like a great idea. Oh, what a beautiful day. Woo, yes. I'm going into this experience with an open mind and an open heart. And I know that this adventure is gonna crack me wide open. They always do, and that's actually a good thing. Challenges always open my heart further. And in a way, I feel like I'm being called to do this. You know, there's many other routes around the United States and the world that I could be doing, but for some reason, I really feel called to do the entire Great Divide all in one go. I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little nervous and overwhelmed. If you know my history, you know I've done a lot of very big, long rides. But in the past, 5 years, I haven't done any ride over 2 weeks. And this experience this summer is gonna take 45 days. And when I sit here and think about 45 days on the road, it's just overwhelming to me. It's a little scary. I know I can do it physically. I've been training, I'm in good shape. But for one reason or another, I don't know exactly why, but things that used to come routine and easily to me have just been more difficult lately. And I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's a midlife crisis. I'm 47 years old, I don't know. But I'm going into this excited, looking forward to it, of course. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. I'm so grateful that I have the time to do this and all the gear and the support. But I know it's gonna be hard, but that's why I do these things. I really believe that doing hard things is beneficial from time to time, not every single day. You don't wanna do hard stuff all the time, but from time to time, I have felt that I gain a lot of value in pushing my limits and challenging myself. I feel it brings a certain level of accomplishment, and it helps me gain confidence, of course, because when you go through something hard and you push through the moment that you want to quit and you keep going, and you get to the end or wherever you're going, oh, it feels so amazing. I'm sure that you can relate to this. So yeah, I'm gonna need your help, actually. So send me all of your advice for getting through hard things. And it's interesting that I'm asking for advice because I'm usually the guy that does hard things and makes videos about how to do hard things. But right now, I'm in the middle of a little sticky whatever it is. There's nothing bad going on in my life. Things are great. I'm just like, just having trouble getting that spark back, you know? So if you have any advice, leave it in the comments below. And as you know, I film all of these experiences. I'm really looking forward to showing you, again, the best of this route, Mother Nature, the beauty, sunrises, sunsets, rainbows, and the humans along the way. That is absolutely one of the main reasons why I love traveling by bike, is meeting wonderful people. And you better believe I'm gonna have my cameras and I'm gonna be documenting and showing off the best of this route and the best of humanity. And I hope that it makes you feel better, because I know it makes me feel better when I connect with somebody on the side of the road, even just for 5 minutes.
Ladies, oh, thank you so much. You're incredible. Sorry if I smell bad.
I really hope when I come home and I edit these videos and I show you what I experienced, that you feel good and that you feel hopeful and that you feel more connected to humanity, because that's exactly how I feel in the moment. And it's my job as a storyteller to portray my experience in the most honest and genuine way possible. That's how I've always done it, and this is how I'm gonna do it again. And I'm really looking forward to this experience once again, even though I've already done most of this route. I've seen pretty much everything along the way, but you know, years have passed since I first tried this in 2020. I want to see how I have changed.
And even though I'm at the very beginning of this voyage and it seems daunting to get all the way to southern New Mexico at this point, I know it's gonna happen little by little, just every day, ticking off some miles, and there's a lot of life experience from now until then. And I'm excited to see what's down the road.
When I'm on my bike, whether it's in Boulder or a far-off adventure, it's always magical. I love the feeling, and I feel more connected to myself, to nature, to humanity. And when I come home after an experience like this, I have a new perspective on life and what's important. And I always feel like I'm more patient and more loving and more caring and more open-minded. And these are all good things for me to have in everyday life. You know, I think doing these rides is practice for being a good human. And so I look at this as a gift. All I have to do every single day, even though it's hard and overwhelming, all I have to do is wake up and ride my bike. And that, my friends, is a dream come true. It really is. Way back in 2005, when I did my very first big adventure from Honduras to Boulder, after I served in the Peace Corps, I had the time of my life on that adventure. And when I finished that experience, I said to myself, I want to find a way to make a living by doing this thing, by riding my bike. And at the time, it was absurd. How could you make a living just by riding your bike and going on bike tours? But with the advent of online video, I get to share my stories, I get to make a living, and this is a dream come true. I have some exciting news. You see this wonderful creature right here? You all know Mira. John and Mira will be joining me for the Canada section. I will be starting in Jasper, which is about 300 miles north of Banff. So that whole part in the north will be new to me. I will ride with John and Mira for the Canada section, and then along the way, other people will come and meet me, some good friends. I will have a tracker. I will put that somewhere in the link below or whatever. And then on July 21st, I will be meeting up with a group of about 25 people from my audience. I made a video about a month ago inviting people to come join me, and I will meet up with them in Salida, Colorado, and we're gonna ride together for about 550 miles. This is section 5 of the Great Divide route. We're gonna ride from Salida to Grants with those 25 people and 5 people from the Priority Bicycles team, Connor, Will, Daryl, who else is coming? I forget. Oh, Eddie's coming. Eddie is the guy who has designed a lot of these adventure bikes, and I'm just really looking forward to it. That's gonna be like a carrot for me hanging in front of me. Like, keep going, Ryan, keep going. Get to Salida. Once I get to Salida, I have a whole week with these wonderful humans, and then once they're gone, I will have from Grants to the border, which is another 400-ish miles, which equals about 45 days on the road. Oh my God. So, yeah, here I am sitting in my garage, getting all my gear together. I will make a gear video, because I know you love gear videos about all the stuff I'm bringing. There's some new stuff. Of course, I'm gonna be riding the Priority ADX. That is the bike that was born on the Divide. In 2020, I rode the prototype of the 600X. If you're new to my channel, this is the bike that I ride on all of my adventures, and I helped design it with my friends at Priority Bicycles. And what makes it extra special is the low maintenance pinion and gates drivetrain. As you can see, it's not a chain, it's a carbon belt drive, and it never needs to be lubed, and it lasts 3 times longer than a chain. And the pinion gearbox, I love this thing. It has a 600% gear range, which is a bigger range than any other bike on the market. And the granny gear can get you up any steep mountain, even when your bike is fully loaded, and it's protected from all of the elements. All the gears in there are protected, and I'm just feeling incredibly grateful that I have the support of Priority and my mom, my family. I know my mom's gonna miss me. I'm gonna miss my mom. I'm gonna miss so many people, my friends, my girlfriend. But I'm gonna have an amazing summer, and I truly believe that. Because every time I've ever been on my bike for any extended period, it feels good. Even though it's hard, it feels good to be out there, and it feels good to overcome hard moments. And I know I'm gonna see so much beauty and meet wonderful people that will probably become my friends for life. I mean, that's an example of John and Mira. I met them on the Baja Divide in 2020, and we've been friends ever since. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but I definitely have a healthy level of nerves, you know? This is a big undertaking, and I've been planning it for over a year now. I think my theme for this, because I'm already asking you for advice, I might be asking people as I go for advice on how to get through tough moments in life. If a lot of you followed me from way back in the day, 2018, I rode across the country with my then girlfriend. The project was called Love Cycles, and we asked people along the way for love advice. We were a new couple, and we wanted to learn from people's experience and wisdom. And I'm thinking on this particular project, I think it would be really helpful for me, and maybe you, the viewer, to ask people from all walks of life, how do you get through tough times? How do you get over, feeling down or depressed or incompetent or whatever it is. Because I've had all of these feelings swirling around my head for the past year and a half, feelings that I've never really experienced. I've experienced them, but not in the levels that I have. It's been a tougher year than I can remember. And I think meeting people and asking them for advice is gonna be helpful. And I know I've talked about this being hard and overcoming big challenges, but the truth is it's not all hard, not even close. Most of it is pure joy. When I'm out there on my bike, I tap into that feeling when I was a little boy and I first learned how to ride a bike, and I felt that feeling of freedom. And that's what riding a bike, bike packing, really does for me. It makes me feel free to explore, free to connect, free to have fun, free to goof around, free to overcome challenges, free to eat really not so healthy gas station food, whatever it is. I love the feeling.
Ole, 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 ole.
I will not be editing videos while I am on the road. If you want to follow in real time, the best place is Instagram. I will try my best to put some updates there. I'm definitely going to be posting a lot of updates to my Patreon. So if you'd like to join my Patreon, here it is right here. There's actually a free level of Patreon, so you can do that too. Thanks for being with me, for all of these years on my channel here. It's a privilege to be able to share these stories with you. It's an honor. And I know that the content that's gonna come out of this is gonna be really good. I feel it, There's so much beauty out there in every shape and form. And I'm gonna have 24 hours a day to capture it and share it with you. And so expect those videos later this fall. But in the meantime, follow my Instagram, send me good vibes. I will have a tracker, so if you live near the route, come out and say hi, give me a high five, maybe give me a burrito or a cookie. You don't have to, but hey, it would be cool. I love cookies and burritos. Yeah, that's about it. Here I go. I will start pedaling on June 22nd with John and Mira, and I'm so grateful that they're able to join me. So, yeah, let's do it. And I'm gonna have such a smooth face. Ooh, yeah.